What's going on? This video I'm going to talk about Khaleesi Williams. Khaleesi Williams was set up by her friends and family to be sacrificed, sold her organs, and then staged it as an accidental death. This is the world that we live in today. And she was a Heyoka empath. She just wasn't woke yet. That's what I mean when I say that you can't even trust your own family. Because of the massivity of greed, the massivity of jealousy. And see, like I said before, I'm speaking for all the people that this has happened to, is happening to, or otherwise. I am dealing with it myself. My so-called friends and family tried doing this to me. And they keep trying to get out of it, which it's not going to happen. See, I stand up for what is right. And I don't care who you are. To me, if you're wrong, you're wrong. And I'm here to say that you are wrong. Trying to frame me for murders. Trying to have me murdered. Doing death spells on me and voodoo and all this spell work and shit. You know, like I've said, a lot of things that happen in movies, 9 times out of 10, take it for the Simpsons. That's predictions. A lot of people that are in the movie industry have abilities to see what is going to come. So they make a movie about it, and people are like, man, that was so crazy. And then that thought comes in your head like, what if? Because they're trying to warn people before it actually occurs. But they don't want to lose their position, or, you know, people look at them some type of way when they say, you know, I had this prediction that it was going to happen. No, they just put it out and let it fall into protocol. You see, because they're scared. I'm not. I am here to give you a double dose of the truth. You see, these people have invaded my privacy on multiple occasions, tried setting me up multiple times, lied on me, lied to me. And see, this is another thing. Like, the Bible doctrine is not what people think it is. Okay? Like it always says, honor thy mother and thy father, despite what they do to you. That is wrong. That is wrong. I mean, look at what happened to Kanika. And to other people. It's not right. People need to know the truth. You see, these people were secretly recording me to watch my every move when I leave the house. Neighbors call whoever and tell them, like, she's on the move. Because what they did to Kanika is, Kanesia. Huh. Maybe there might be someone named Kanika. They altered video footage. Just like that boy in the high school that was, like rolled up in the mat. And people were saying, that his shoes had dropped down there and he was trying to get his shoes and, like, he suffocated in there. Why was there all that blood? What about the other boy? I think he was like 18. He got kidnapped. They cut him open, took his organs, and then dumped him. This is the society that we live in today. This is why people need to be warned and aware of what is going on. You see, and like, everything is doctored. Everything. The news, media, social media, all of that. And see, people are so, like, in this state of mind, like, if I can't touch it, it's not real. That is false. Okay? Because why do you see that these popes and priests and pastors that are, getting caught for raping and molesting and doing all these vengeful, evil acts? Because the Bible, it's an altered story. It's doctrine. You see, the Bible was rewritten, and not by the Spirit of the Most High, but the spirit of the fallen angel. And that's why these popes and priests and pastors are doing all of this. I mean, there was a preacher who had a wife, children, and he would literally put a box on his wife's head and multiple other women and tie them up and torture them. This matrix, everything is backwards. What's supposed to be good is bad, and what is bad is good. And people have fallen into this, narcissistic religious belief. Like when you go to a church and if you're not dressed in name brand clothes, like people are looking at you like you're foreign. People are talking about you. You see, if they had the spirit of the Most High in them, they wouldn't belittle somebody else. They wouldn't be talking negativity about someone else. Think about it. Religion is false. My ear is ringing. And people need to know about this. People need to start talking about this. Because a lot of people, if it's not happening to them, they don't care. And see, that's what's wrong. You will be judged for that. People say just mind your own business, and, even know that your neighbors upstairs are beating their children. If you just stand there and allow it to happen, you're just as guilty. People are scared. People have fallen into the category like, if you stand up for what you believe in, you're going against society. But you see that fallen angel, man, he's gotten into a lot of y'all. And he's just walking you right off that cliff. And you're not going to see it until it's too late. Because that evil spirit, he doesn't care about anyone. He just wants to collect your soul. The Most High, He wants to embrace you. He wants you to stand up for what you believe in, stand up for what is right. And that's what's wrong. The whole legislative and uh, judicial systems are ass backward. Because it started being based off of falseness. And this world has gotten to the point that everyone is so selfish and greedy and envious. Why can't you just be happy for someone? Say, for instance, um, you and your best friend go and apply for the same job, and there's 2 slots. So you're thinking that you and your friend is going to get these jobs, but only one of you does, and then they hire another person. The one that didn't get the job is going to be vengeful. They're going to put on that fake persona smile and acting instead of being authentically happy for their friend. Because how they see it is, what's so special about them that they got the job and I didn't get the job, and we have the same, you know, um, what they call it, a similar work history. Some things are just meant to be for certain people. And maybe that job just wasn't meant for you, that there was something bigger, better, and greater for you. But instead of you being in that mindset and being positive, you're being negative about the situation and being vengeful. Everything happens for a reason. You see, there was, you probably had a bigger purpose in society, and that job would not fulfill your purpose. But see, you being in that negative mentality, you can't see the positive in the situation. Because after it rains, you'll see a rainbow. You may have to, get down to the nitty gritty, and you may have to struggle a little bit. But if there's a will, there's a way. And that's what's wrong with society. It's like nobody can be authentically happy for someone else. People don't understand, or they don't see within themselves how great that they truly are or can be. It's all about your perception on life. You see, people are so stuck in their ego. And people who are stuck in their ego, it just makes them look very much of a low life. You see, there's good pride and bad pride. There's good ego and bad ego. And a lot of the world is in that stuck, stagnant, bad ego trip. Because the whole world is just like under a spell, like under a veil. That it's hard for them to view perception of themselves and others. You see, like, what happened to Kanika is so sad, but in a sense, beautiful. And I say that because if that wasn't, if that didn't happen to her to lift the veil from some people's eyes, it would have happened to a lot more people. So I don't say that in a vengeful, evil sense, because you can always find beauty in the most nasty people, places, or things. It's all about your perception. It's all about how you view and break down and understand. Like, things that had been happening to me, and I could always still see the beauty in what was going on. Because it's my perception. You see, like, every rose has a thorn. Them thorns could be a mother sucker, you hear me? But the flower is just so beautiful. But if you get, like, trying to grasp it, it's gonna cut you. but you admire it. You see the beauty of it. You see the beauty in it. And see, a lot of people can't do that because they're stuck. They're like just so egotistical driven. And a lot of families that have been going through this ongoing generation after generation after generation of narcissistic abuse, psychopathic abuse, sociopathic abuse. It's like a lot of people think that it's normal when they're in a family like that. But you have to like pull yourself from the situation to actually see the bigger picture and see that it's not normal. And a lot of people that, get certain jobs like becoming a police officer, judge, lawyer, CEO, where you have control and power over people's lives. A lot of times they're egotistical driven because they come from them same families. And they claim that they want to help people, but they just want power, status, all egotistical traits. So please understand, take acknowledgement, take accountability, stand up for what is right. Thank you for your time. Love, peace, and prosperity.